Is Kansas City the best place to move in 2025? You might be surprised. The housing market is booming, job opportunities are exploding, and people from all over the country are choosing Kansas City as their next home. But why are they doing this? Well, in this video, we're diving into the top reasons why Kansas City is ranked as one of the hottest real estate markets in 2025. From its affordable cost of living, strong job market, to its fast-growing communities and all the exciting new developments. If you've ever been thinking about relocating to Kansas City or just staying ahead of the real estate market, then this is a must-watch video. Stay tuned until the end because you won't believe what's coming to Kansas City with over $4 billion in development coming and how this will affect Kansas City. And we're going to get after it right now. And if this is your first time on our channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Kansas City and its surrounding suburbs, then hit that subscribe button and tap that bell for notifications. That way you'll be the first to know about Kansas City's housing market. Hello, my name is Jimmy Zell. My wife Nikki and I and the team are realtors with the Living in Kansas City team. We get texts, phone calls, messages every day from people just like you and you and you. And so whether you're moving in 7 days or 7 months, feel free to reach out to us. All of our contact information is in that description box below. We'd be happy to help you make that smooth move to Kansas City or any of its amazing suburbs. Now let's talk about why everyone is moving to Kansas City. Let's get after it. Okay, let's get into these top reasons why people are moving to Kansas City. First of all, I want to share with you that Kansas City actually in 2025 was ranked as one of the top 10 housing markets to watch in the whole country. I'm gonna give you some other cities that were also recognized. You've got Boston, Charlotte, Grand Rapids, Greenville, Hartford, Indianapolis. Then there's Kansas City, Knoxville, Phoenix, and San Antonio. I mean, this is huge that Kansas City was recognized by the National Association of Realtors as one of the top markets in 2025. And so this is a good time to be looking at Kansas City if you're relocating, moving from, across the city. I mean, this is just a great place, a great city to be moving to. Now, let me give you some key factors that make Kansas City one of the best markets, not only in 2025, I believe, but in the future as well. First of all, it's the affordability. Kansas City has long been celebrated for its affordable cost of living. Recent data even shows that the cost of living is actually 2.5% below the national average, which includes expenses such as like groceries, gas, utilities, and housing. And then it's also important to know that housing affordability has been experiencing less, challenges because median home prices in this region are usually less than 3 times the median income. Now, in recent years, because of the growth, especially like suburbs like Overland Park, Olathe, Lee Summit, it actually has been increasing anywhere from 4 to 5 times higher than those incomes. So, but we're still an affordable city. So that's number one in terms of one of the big reasons why, it's such a top housing market is the affordability. Then you move into like favorable housing, financing arrangements and agreements. The dynamics of mortgage rates here are significantly influenced by the housing market accessibility. And while specific data on the proportion of Kansas City homeowners with ultra-low mortgage rates, it is limited. The city's relatively affordable housing market may offer new buyers opportunities to secure favorable financing compared to more expensive metro areas. And this really, what this is sharing with everybody is that, we've got some really good financing options for all of you that are looking to relocate here to Kansas City. And we're very fortunate. We have a couple key people that we work with that will take people through that process and make sure that they're pre-approved. And if you're relocating, make sure that you have all your documents and everything ready to go before you even get here. I mean, get that stuff finished up and through the process. And that way, when it's time to actually start looking for a home, being prepared, all your finances and, financing for that home is in place. Now, another big factor is going to be the income growth among young adults. Kansas City has been known to be a big attraction for young professionals. We've noticed that over the years that the household income in Kansas City continues to go up. We also know that more jobs for young professionals are also here in Kansas City. We're starting to see that in lots of different demographics. And so what that means is when you have a younger population, in terms of being able to, get jobs and continue good career advancements. And what it does, it also helps, of course, our housing market. The other thing that I want to share with you is this whole idea of net migration. Kansas City itself has seen an improvement recently between 2022 and 2023. The rate doubled to from 1.5 to 3.1 people per thousand population. And so that just shows you that more and more people are net gain of the Kansas City metro area, that we are seeing the city continue to grow. And it is these factors, the affordability costs, the housing environment in terms of financing, the income among, professionals, and then all of the, life activities and fun things that you can do here in Kansas City. So the net migration continues, to happen here. And so it's just a good market. I mean, if you're looking for that mid-sized city, then Kansas City is definitely a place where people are moving. Now, some more about the housing market, everybody, is that the average home value in Kansas City right now is around $250,000, depending on what report you're looking at. But it's been increasing again over the past year, about another 3 to 4%. So that's a good sign. And in existing homes, we're also seeing that most of those homes in the Kansas City market, they continue to, to appreciate in terms of the home values of them as well. And the median sale price for existing homes last year was actually just under 250, so $247,500. And, we're still a little bit short in terms of our inventory. We're still at that point. But the reality is this, that just makes it for a good market also for our sellers. It might not be the best for buyers, but the reality is that the buyers, if you move fast, if you're prepared, we have noticed that we've been able to help our clients still get the homes that they've been looking for. Now, let's also talk about new construction. And before I forget, in new construction, if you go to our channel, you'll find, if you're looking for new construction, we've got subdivisions, we've got also several different new subdivisions that if you look on our channel, that you can actually go in there and see. So find those on the playlist, throughout the channel. And then we've got also on our channel a lot of neighborhood vlogs, depending on if you're looking to move to, let me give you some top cities: Overland Park, Olathe, Lee Summit, Shawnee, Lenexa, Leawood. Then, of course, if you're looking at Lawrence and Leavenworth, we have videos on all of those cities. And then you move into the Missouri side, Parkville, Blue Springs, and then Lee Summit, like I said earlier, those are some great areas where people are moving to. Now, new construction, but still some of it happening here in Kansas City, but there's a big gap realistically. We've been averaging about 6,700 new housing units since 2008. And so that shows you that there's a big gap though, because we really need about 12,000 units. So there is definitely an increased, demand for new construction. And we're starting to see that. So some of the suburbs that you want to be on the lookout for is like Overland Park. Right now, the median listing price for new construction out there is around $625,000 on our channel. Or if you have any questions at all, just reach out to us. We can help you. But on our channel, we definitely have some new construction subdivisions like Sundance Ridge is one of my favorite ones. Covington Creek is in there. Wolf Run. I mean, there's so many good new construction subdivisions that we've been featuring on our channel and then working with clients that are relocating. So definitely go look at that. Now, Lee Summit, same thing. New construction is still booming. The median home price for new construction out there is around $589,000. So just right at $590,000. And so if new construction is something that you're interested, definitely reach out to us because we can help you with that. As someone that's actually built 3 homes and actually used to build some new construction subdivisions, that we have some definitely experience that. And more importantly is that we love to take our clients. We're actually doing one right now. They're coming up from Denver, and it's $1 million. They're building on an empty lot with acreage, and then a new construction home. We've helped them take them through that process of not only finding the right builder, lots of Zoom calls, and then when they came into town, we actually met with them and the builder just to make sure they had a good feel after they interviewed several builders. And then we also took them out and been looking at different land, and they wanted a little bit more space. And so we found them some acreage, and it's been a great experience for them, and they're super excited. And so keep that in mind. If you're looking at new construction, we can definitely help you there. Now let's talk a little bit about some of when you're looking at why is everyone moving to Kansas City, there are some cities that really, really stand out. And I want to share these with you because it does, when people are moving to Kansas City, they may be looking at a few key cities when you're searching. First one's going to be Overland Park. Overland Park ranks as one of the top 100 best places to live in the U.S., actually ranked up for 7th.
in one of the top 100 best places to live by livability.com, but it's also the #1 spot for best cities for families. And in that same report by livability.com, and it's because of the parks, the affordable neighborhoods, the strong support networks, all the really top-rated schools. And so Overland Park continues to be one of our best suburbs. And once again, go to our channel. We've got videos, or if you just have any questions, we spend a lot of time in Overland Park helping people. Then you move into Olathe, Kansas, which actually, same report on livability.com, came in at number 13th. And really for the same reasons. Unbelievable schools, top-rated schools. You've got some top hospitals nearby, very highly educated workforce. So it gave them that ranking of being the 13th. So when you're thinking about why is everyone moving to Kansas City, there's a few cities that stand out. So those two on the Kansas side. Then on the Missouri side, Lee Summit. It is our largest city on the Missouri side, over 100,000 people there, an amazing downtown, lots of activity. And it was actually ranked one of the top 100 best places to live. Actually, in the report on livability.com, it came in at the 26th position. And so that's a great testament to that. We've got 3 incredible cities in livability.com that ranked in the top 100 places to live. Yes, right here in good old, right in the middle of the country, Kansas City, you've got 3 of the top cities. All right, and so one of the things too, before I forget, in our description box, if you want our free download for our relocation guide, definitely grab it. I think it'll help you out. It kind of, step by step shows you all the things in terms of relocating. You'll learn a lot. So just go to our description box. You'll see that at the very bottom here, and you can grab that for free. Right. And so these are just a few cities that really help us in terms of why people are moving to Kansas City. Now, we talked about the housing. Now let's talk about the affordable cost of living. Kansas City, of course, when you have good, housing, you also have, if you have this affordability, then it really makes, living here in Kansas City, one of why everyone's moving here. And the reason why is because we're approximately 6% lower than the national average in terms of cost of living. So you add a booming housing market, great employment for young professionals. Now you start to adding this, affordable cost of living, and it starts to really help out. And we're talking about everything from, of course, housing, but also groceries. Our groceries are about 3% lower than the national average. Healthcare, we've got some great medical facilities nearby here, and our costs are about 16% less than the national average. And then transportation. Now, here's the thing: we don't have a great transit system from the suburbs to like downtown. Most people are driving, and you'll see the pros and cons in a lot of our different suburb videos. But just know this: that we're still about 12% lower than the national average in terms of transportation expenses, gas prices, and public transit costs. So that's another huge thing: affordable cost of living for us. Now, the second one, and let's expand a little bit more, is besides young professionals, is really just the overall thriving job market. We've seen a huge increase from like 2021. We added about 10,500 new jobs. 2022, another 12,700 plus jobs. That's another 2.4% increase. And then 2023, we added 13,600 new jobs. So you can see there's an escalating trend there, and that's another 2.5%. And so that just shows with you that we're adding jobs here. Some of the key ones are like healthcare, logistics, financial services, and technology. And so the job market is really good here. And here's the forecast, depending on what you see, but we're looking at adding another 11,000 jobs just in when the report comes out in 2024, but in 2025, once again, expanding again. And so, especially in some of these new areas like tech, bioscience, and manufacturing sectors, we've added some more employment there. So that's working well. Then we have the unemployment trends, and right now we're in just around the 3.12%. It just depends, but the national average is 3.6%. And so at the time of this recording, we of course also have a great unemployment rate as well. And so that's another big thing. Some of the key job factors, key industries being driven are your healthcare and biotech, logistics and warehousing, manufacturing, and advanced technologies. Like Panasonic is coming here with a $4 billion plant in DeSoto, Kansas. $4 billion plant is going to actually have about 4,000 jobs by 2025. So that's a big deal. We actually don't live too far from DeSoto, and so we're already starting to see home appreciation prices just all throughout Olathe, the DeSoto, this area around here as well. But then also, that's another industry. Some other big industries are financial services and fintech. Like H&R Block continues to grow. Commerce Bank, they've all added more positions in the last few years. Software and IT with Google Fiber expansion here, that's been able to add like 1,800 plus jobs, 1,800 plus jobs since 2023. So that's good. And so our job market is good. Now, the next thing that makes Kansas City, why people are moving here, is the rich culinary scene. Everybody knows that Kansas City is known for the barbecue. We're known as one of basically the barbecue capital of the world. Over 90 barbecue restaurants here in the city, and we just have some good ones. Some of my favorite ones are Jack Stack's, Q39, Joe's. I mean, these are just some really good barbecue, and so Kansas City is known for that. Whether you like it saucy, whether you like it dry, there's a new one that we've been going to called Burnt Ends. So just a lot of good barbecue here in Kansas City. Now, but we also have a very diverse international cuisine. We do have a lot of Mexican restaurants here, like over, close to 600 restaurants alone in Mexican. We do have, traditional restaurants, pizza, Chinese, New American, and then some seafood, and so we've got a good diverse in terms of restaurants. Some of them, I like Korean food as well. And so they're good Korean restaurant. There's one just opened up not too far from my home called K-pop, which is a big all-you-can-eat type of Korean barbecue. So we have that. We've got some really nice restaurant locations down like near the Country Club Plaza, or some of my favorite steakhouse like Capitol Grills down there. Some really good restaurants near the plaza. Then, and depending on where you live, a lot of the suburbs have some really good restaurants as well. So very diverse in terms of the international cuisine, the culinary scene. You have a lot of that here in Kansas City. All right. Now, here's another reason why everyone has moved to Kansas City, and that is the short commute times. Even when you live out in the suburbs, getting to downtown for most of the suburbs is not that bad, especially if you're like in Leawood or Overland Park. You can get down there pretty quickly because there's so many highways. Even when you're out in Shawnee or Lenexa, you can really get to downtown pretty quick. Now, on the Missouri side, Lee Summit, and especially if you start to go out to Blue Springs might take you a little longer. But then, it's still not bad with I-70 all the way in. But sometimes, it can definitely, you want to pay attention to those commute times in Plant Farm. But then on the northwest side of Missouri, you've got like some of the cities that we really do a lot of business in is like Parkville, super close to get downtown. And then of course you've got areas out there like Liberty and Blue Springs. Liberty out there on the northwest side, not too hard to get into downtown as well. So short commute times is another big reason why people are moving to Kansas City. Another big reason why people move to Kansas City is it's a friendly community. We love living here in Kansas City. We're very involved here in our local city, the Bakersfield, Linwood, Bonner Springs area. We actually do some great things with our church, but it's just an awesome community feel when you're in Kansas City. Whether you're living out in the suburbs, and a lot of our suburbs, it's one of those places where it's very safe, especially depending on where you go. We can help you with that if you have any questions, but very, very community driven, lots of events in a lot of our suburbs, especially the ones that we highlight on our channel. We're very familiar with that, especially on the Kansas side, because we live on the Kansas side. But then, of course, even on the Missouri side, you've got some really great suburbs. And so if you just got that Midwestern hospitality here in Kansas City that you'll fall in love with, you'll see a lot of that, and it still has that charm. And so for a lot of you can move out into the suburbs, find a really good suburb that really appeals to you, checks all the boxes. But then you still have that ability to go downtown if you want that little bit of that hustle and bustle. So you have that opportunity as well. All right. So those are what I believe are the biggest reasons why people move into Kansas City. Now, what I want to do is switch gears and share with you what's coming to Kansas City, because this is another reason we are not a stagnant city right now. We are in a really good growth mode. Like I said, just one thing brought in is being invested $4 billion. So you're looking at with a lot of these projects, a lot of billions of dollars being invested inside of our city. The first one's going to be, let's talk about the first one, that is the South Loop Park project. It's a 5.5 acre urban park over I-670 into downtown Kansas City, and basically connects the Central Business District with the Crossroads Arts District. And it should be done in 2025, starting in 2025, and then hopefully should be done around, next year sometime. It's about a $31.4 million budget for it, but it has a huge impact because it's going to bring in, it's going to have a destination featuring gardens, exclusive play areas, entertainment venues, markets, things like that. It's really to create that community engagement, recreation, and economic development as well. Then we go to another big thing I mentioned earlier is this Panasonic's $4 billion facility in DeSoto. It's off and running, like I said, $4 billion, but the big impact is 4,500 individuals that will be working there. That's going to boost our local employment. It's a big one for us. We're super excited about that. We do a lot of relocation in Olathe and the Olathe area, Overland Park, Shawnee, Lenexa, into DeSoto, Bonner Springs. And so we're very excited about that because of our clients in terms of helping appreciate properties over there as well. And then there's also a lot of new construction on that side of town as well. So the economic impact for this Panasonic plant is a big one. Then we move into the KC streetcar expansion, and that's going to be, it's starting to be in operation now, and it's expected the total project around $351 million on that one. But it's connecting the key areas of the city, potentially, just creating more economic development because of the new routes that they've added. And so we're excited about that. Number 4 would be our Berkeley Riverfront development. Now this is a big one because it's already having a huge impact in that area. It's around $1 billion total project. It's got residential units, commercial spaces, recreational facilities like the current stadium, entertainment venues. It's all designed to have residents down there, to attract tourists, and then really all that boosts our local economy. So we're very excited about the Berkeley Riverfront development as it continues to be built out and finished up. And then number 5, we have our Kansas City current stadium, which is now complete. And of course, our team did really good this year into the playoffs. And so that was a $117 million project, and it's been a big win for Kansas City, having a women's professional team, the National Women's Soccer League, and it's right there at Berkeley Riverfront Park. But man, so much publicity on it. Plus, when the team did amazing, this year, so the city really benefited from that. Soccer continues to become one of the most popular sports, and Kansas City is definitely doing a good job with that with Sporting KC and now with our Kansas City Current. So awesome stuff. But we've got still football with the Kansas City Chiefs that have been having so many winning seasons of late, and then of course you get your Kansas City Royals as well. Now, talking about Kansas City Royals, I want to give you a wild card, and that is the potential of the new Kansas City Royals Stadium. If this happens, now the reason why I'm cautious about this is because it's not been 100% done. Now, this is a $2 billion project, and they hope to have this final where because in terms of proving it, the Royals open to, they're hoping to be able to start in the stadium sometime in the next few years if it all plays out. But it's a huge economic impact for Kansas City because you've got it where it's going to be in that area, especially. But the Royals are just a part of history here and very, very popular baseball team. And it's always fun to go to the stadium now. But now I go with my son, but now I'm also going with my grandson, so it's a lot of fun to see that. All right. And so before I forget to, if you like this type of video, definitely let us know, in the comments if you like this video or if there's other types of videos. We do a lot of real estate videos, but we also want to share with you some other topics that may help you make that move here to Kansas City, right? So these are the big reasons why everyone is moving to Kansas City. Hope that you take a look at this as these different things that I mentioned to you and ask yourself, could Kansas City be the place where I want to be?
All right, that wraps up our deep dive into why so many people are moving to Kansas City. From the booming job market and affordable housing to its thriving communities and exciting new developments, it's easy to see why this city continues to attract new residents. Kansas City's growth isn't just a trend, it's backed by strong economic fundamentals, job opportunities, and a quality of life that's hard to beat. And so whether you're considering relocating to Kansas City or just curious about the future of the real estate market here, staying informed is key. And if you have any questions about Kansas City, whether it's finding the right neighborhood, navigating the housing market, or just understanding the latest developments, don't hesitate to reach out. My team and I are here to help you, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just get a better feel for the area. And be sure to check out all of our other videos where we cover everything from neighborhood tours to market updates and real estate insights. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that bell so that you never miss an update on what's happening in Kansas City. And remember this, whether you're moving in 7 days or 7 months, we're here to help. All of our contact information is in that description box below. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or set up that one-on-one Zoom. Our goal is to make your buying or selling experience seamless so that you can focus on what matters most to you. Thanks for watching this video, and until next time, we hope to see you around town.